The American dream of life out west, now shattered, this man says, by the feds rounding up his cattle.
I believe this is a sovereign state of Nevada, and I'm a citizen, and we operate within this state. We run cattle here, graze this natural resource off this public land, and I abide by all of Nevada state laws. But I don't recognize the United States government as even existing.
Because of that belief, Cliven Bundy has not paid grazing fees. The government says he owes them around $1 million. The BLM and National Park Service are now going forward with 2 court orders to get the cattle off what they say is public land that Bundy's cows are trespassing on. Photos of that are provided here by his family. The BLM maintains this is unfair to thousands of other ranchers who graze in compliance with federal laws and regulations. Sunday, one of Cliven's sons was put in custody, slapped with charges related to refusing to disperse and resisting arrest.
He was videoing on an iPad and was talking on the phone. He was doing nothing else but standing there. And they jumped him.
But officials tell a different story, that he failed, quote, to comply with multiple requests by BLM law enforcement to leave the temporary closure area on public lands. Cliven and his family tell Action News this is not about the grazing fees. At the end of the day, it's about constitutional rights that this family has.
Grazing fees are actually quite insignificant. The question and the problem is about our freedom and our sovereignty.
America better wake up if we're going to live in this country with any kind of freedom and liberty.
Ranching is your family's livelihood. What will you do to get these cows back?
We have always said that we will do whatever it takes. We've never defined that. And I think that's one of the reasons they're here with such force, is they're scared of us.
And that son who was arrested was released today. The BLM says that more than 130 cows have been rounded up. They also say armed law enforcement are on scene because Bundy has reportedly made threatening comments to officials. Live in the studio, Jennifer Kastner, Channel 13 Action News.
Right now, it looks like the movie Red Dawn. We've got 200-something plus federal agents up there in a compound, a military compound that they have put together. And it is, they've got snipers and military, everybody's armed, put it that way. And they have been monitoring our ranch with high-tech surveillance equipment. It wasn't about the grazing fees. It never was about the grazing fees. It's about the control. But first of all, I want to thank you for coming out in support of our family. But I also know that it's not just support for us, it's support for each one of us, our freedom and our liberty that we're here for. And we can see what's happening around here, that we don't have freedom here. The way they treated us yesterday, let me just tell you what happened. First of all, they're taking our cattle off the range. We got over there just to take some pictures. We asked them about our First Amendment right to be able to view and take pictures. You know what they told us? They said, you have no right. Then they took my brother down because he was taking a picture, and they tackled him and beat him up, and they sicked a German Shepherd dog on him. While the snipers are on top of the hill making sure we don't make any move against them. Does that sound like America? No. Hell no.
We see every day how hard it is to try and maintain our rights, and this is about so much more than cattle. This is our rights to freedom, and how they're being trampled. And we deal every day with environmental problems. We deal every day with bureaucracy, the BLM, the Forest Service, and they're overreach with what they're doing to us. They're trying to take our stewardships and run us off the land that we love best. But I'm afraid they'll find the hard way that we're still willing to fight for this here West. I hope them fellers soon hunt their holes, or some of us will lose our souls. 'Cause killing it ain't right. But don't expect to take this land without a fight. The fire's raging once again in the Western man's eyes. and these eastern folks are getting thicker than flies. We're tying our ropes into 12-coil knots. Our guns are loaded and our hammers are cocked. So you better help us find a solution, or pull your hats down tight and get ready for the Western Revolution.